Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in to my Hardcore Season 2, Episode 2. Alright, so last time we made this iron farm, and I did just a little bit of grindy stuff off camera. I did a little pen here for some sheep, and there was some real close by, so I wound them in, and I cut down a couple trees. That's about it. Now, this iron farm, I haven't visited it since last episode, and okay, so 2 stacks of iron, not too shabby. Okay, so we have some urgent matters here. Well, that scared me a little bit, not gonna lie. Okay, so we need to get our food situated. Now, I noticed something unusual about this village. There's no crops growing here, so we have to remedy that. We've got to get some farmer villagers in here. Now, we stole all their beds, so we need to make a bunch of beds, and as a matter of fact, we need to put back more beds than we took because we want the population to grow here, because we might just use this as our villager breeder, if you will. We might build a dedicated villager breeder. Just depends on what our needs are, but at the very least, we need to get a bunch of beds in here so that we can get a lot more villagers in this village. And we need to get some farmer villagers so that they can feed themselves, so that they can breed. And we need to shear these sheep so we can make the beds. And then the final thing we need, we're going to make a cow crusher today. That's going to accomplish a couple things. It'll take care of our food needs and also our leather needs because, we have 2 diamonds already. So really, I'm 4 pieces of obsidian and a book away from making an enchantment table. And we can at least enchant some iron gear early on, which would be sweet. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to run over, I wanted to take a peek and see what kind of crops we had here, and there aren't any. So we're going to go ahead and run over to the other village, and we're going to check out what kind of crops they have. Now, I did, somewhere along the way, I picked up some potatoes, so we can plant potatoes. When I was cutting down trees, I found a couple of pumpkins, but we desperately need carrot. Wheat, of course, is no problem. We desperately need carrots. It'd be nice to have beetroot, too, for trades and also for red dye. So let's head on over to that other village, and let's see what we can come up with here. Hopefully they've got some crops growing here that might help us out. I love the fact that there's a whole bunch of horses here. I hope I find a saddle soon. Okay, so here we are at the other village. Yeah, this is going to be your butcher. Let's see what kind of crops we can find. We'll go ahead and visit the loot as well. Okay, some more potatoes. Yeah, I'll definitely take the apples as well. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and take this whole chest. Oh, cauldrons. Okay, yeah, I'm going to grab a cauldron. Full set of leather armor. Okay. All right, I see a farmer. Okay, there's a farm. I was going to say, I see a farmer villager, but I don't see any farms. All right, I don't know what kind of crops these are, so let's find out. Oh, there's a carrot. Perfect. Okay, so we've got the 4 basic crops then. We don't have beetroots yet, but I would rather, if I had to choose, I'd rather have carrots than beetroots. I'm going to leave you 1 carrot, sir. And then, let's see what you can plant. Maybe you've got some seeds on you. And I'll come back another time. And if you're having trouble, I'll go ahead. At that point, I'll have some crops that I can help you out with. All right, so we got to take a quick sleep, and we're going to run back to our village. Okay, and then I noticed when I was grabbing my bed, I do have 1 beetroot seed, so we will be able to get beetroots going. So we're going to have your 4 basic crops. We're going to have, your wheat, your carrots, your potatoes, and your beetroots. We can get that started. We'll have pumpkins as well. We're going to go ahead and start with getting some farms going for our villagers, and I made some composters, so we're going to make some farmer villagers. And we'll get their crops growing first. We're going to plant a big old farm, and that's going to be used for trading. But it's more important right now that we get them breeding. So we're going to go ahead and get their farms going first. For us, we'll get the cow crusher going, and that'll be our food source, and then it'll get us going on our leather. And I want to make sure I've got some sugarcane planted as well. Let's see, how much more iron do we have? Well, we were probably wasn't low. We got a few more iron than last time we checked it a few minutes ago. Okay, so we gotta make a hoe. I think what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna make we're gonna make a farm. Like, well, let's see. I think I'm gonna build my house. I'm not gonna do that this episode. I don't think I'm gonna build a house over here, right on the water. I think we'll make a farm for them right in this space here. We can make a decent sized farm. All right, so we gotta get a hoe. All right, so I have a stone hoe. That's not gonna make it, so I'm gonna have to make at least another stone hoe. We'll make a couple because I think we're gonna go through them. All right, for now, I'm gonna throw some of these seeds and stuff up here, free up some space in my hotbar. And I got stuff for the cow crusher in here as well. Let's figure out where we're gonna build this puppy. All right, so we want to leave at least one row for them to walk. Okay, so there's 4 water sources, and we'll go 4 in every direction around those. Okay, so we got this all tilled, and it is ready for seeds. Okay, and we're gonna do the seeds in alternate rows as well. All right, we also have to light this village up really well, but I don't have much coal right now, so that's not in the cards for us at the moment, but that is something that is definitely on our radar. Okay, so, all right, that's about what we can do for now. Let's get the composters out so we can create some farmer villagers. I'm going to leave them one space away, otherwise they'll just trample the crops anyway. All right, now let's grab the shears, and we're going to breed up and shear the sheep and get some beds going. I'll probably only shear the white ones for now because I'm just going to make a bunch of white beds for them, just for consistency's sake. Yeah, I found a couple of I found 2 brown sheep actually out there, and then I bred them. So that's cool. So we got brown sheep right off the bat. Okay, let's go make some beds. All right, we'll start with 10. Let's go see how much trouble we can cause with 10 beds. Keep in mind that one of these got to be mine. All right, and I'll tell you what. They don't need the fancy steps in their houses. There you go. So we can get 3 beds in this house. They have access to all 3. Looks like we'll be able to do the same on this one. All right, we got 6 more white beds. I got a brown bed for myself. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more white beds. So that'll have been, we will have placed 16 beds. That's, you know, quite a bit more than we took. So that's really what I was after. Because then once these crops start growing, they'll be able to feed themselves, and we'll start to see an explosion in the population here. Now, I could kickstart that by picking up some of this hay and converting it to bread and feeding it to them. And then we'll have some breeding going on right away, but I'm not all that worried about it. I just want to make sure that they can. I'm good with what we have right now. Let's get to work on the cow crusher now. I'll probably build a little shed over the cow crusher, so this is a nice little area for a little mini barn. Maybe we'll just build it here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I love the cow crusher. It's a very simple farm. I think we need to go down 3 blocks. Yeah. So really, if you dug out a two block deep 3x3 space, and then dug out the one in the middle, and then the one wherever you want your chest to be, that's all you would need to do, and you'd be all good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to place a chest. We're not going to throw the chests away. All right, we're not that rich yet. Okay, so I'm going to place a chest right here. Then we're going to put a hopper going into that chest. All right, we're going to surround this with blocks, except for over the chest, where that, of course, needs to be a stair. An upside-down stair, specifically. We need a bucket of water. Okay, let's go grab some water. I like building these easy with the ground level as well, because it's easier to get the cows in there, and then it's easier just to run up and feed them and collect your product. Okay, so now this bucket of water we place in here, you can place it on any block, except don't place it against the stair because it'll run right through the stair, create yourself a mess. And okay, so we're all good there. Finish filling this in around. All right, we'll get some stairs for this. Do I have any more on me? Yeah, I do. All right, so let's make sure that this one is a stair. That makes it easy to get to that chest. And then we'll climb out of here. Great. Okay, so now we need to get some cows in here. So I'm going to put a couple of temporary blocks up. It makes it a little bit easier to push them in there. So this way you can kind of push them into the corner. All right, so I see a cow right out of the corner of my eye over there. Let's go ahead and see if we can corral him over. The first one is the hardest one. Sometimes if you get as soon as you get the second cow close, if you then breed them while one cow is in there and the other cow is still out, you won't even have to push them in. Sometimes they jump right in on their own. So we'll see if we get lucky with that today. All right, come on, fella. Let's come on to your new home. You're going to love it. There you go. Scooch, scooch. Now you want to try not to fall in here yourself. Because it's not the end of the world, but you'll have to break yourself out. Okay, so that wasn't so bad getting him in there. All right, so let's get another fella over here. There you go. Yeah, you know, we only need 2, and then we can breed up the rest. As soon as there's 24 in there, this cow crusher, in case you're not familiar with it, it works on the entity cramming principle. So only... yeah, and this only works in Java, by the way. This one does not work in Bedrock. Now that... Iron Farm will work in Bedrock. This cow crusher does not work in Bedrock. Don't know why. I think it's because it treats entity cramming differently, and it's really a drag. Where did I put it? There we go. And so yeah, not in Bedrock, but in Java, this is a great product. Okay, so let's see. Let's breed them. See if they'll jump in there. Hey, there we go. All right, so now we just go ahead. Put a fence over that. We can break that one out. We can get rid of our temporary blocks. And that is it. So all we got to do is keep breeding them. And once there's 24 cows in there, then when the baby cow gets born, it'll force the despawning, let's say, of the adult cow, and the beef and the leather will drop into our chest for us. Okay, so our food is really all set. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get any mature crops out of here and get some more seeds and get some more mileage out of this before we call it quits. Okay, well, I think we accomplished our critical tasks today. We've placed a bunch of new beds so that we can grow the population of our farm. We've at least placed some composters here. I don't see that anybody's taken the job yet, but they will. And we've got some crops growing for them, and so that this village can thrive. And we got a cow crusher going for us, and that's going to help us with both an excellent food source. Beef is one of the best food sources in the game, and also our leather, so that'll get us on our way to our enchantment room. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I think we're getting well positioned to do well. We've got to get some mining done soon, maybe some exploration, and so we got lots of stuff going. We're just getting started here. That finishes up episode 2. Please like this video if you enjoyed it or found it entertaining or learned anything, and please just consider subscribing to my channel. Then you won't miss any of the content that's coming out. And I appreciate it. And until next time, bye bye.